Okay, welcome to another edition of Lion News. Lion News can be found at lionnews00.blogspot.com. Today is Tuesday, January 18th, 2011. Okay, what are we going to talk about today? Well, we're going to talk about Minnesota Statute 629.37, when a private person may make an arrest. It says a private person may make an arrest for a public offense committed or attempted in the arresting person's presence. All right? So, a lot of people have no idea that this law even exists or even how to apply it. So what we're going to do is, seeing as how we live in a TV generation, what we'll do is we'll watch the Andy Griffith Show, Season 4, Episode 11, and we'll let these people explain it to you.
Gomer, try to look at it from my side, will you? You see, you broke the law. Now let me finish. Now it's from little misdemeanors that major felonies grow. And it's my duty, it's anybody's duty, to stop them before they get too far. Now the law must be upheld. Now if I, as just plain John Doe, an ordinary citizen, were to see you making a U-turn, I'd have to make a citizen's arrest. Gomer, you'll be a better man if you'll try to think of us all working together for a common cause. All right, everybody, break it up. Let's go back to your homes and places of business. Come on, break it up. Let's go. Stop, Barney, stop. This is the riot. This is the riot. What are you yelling about?
Like you said, you broke the law by making an illegal U-turn, and I hereby, as a citizen of the town of Mayberry in the United States of America, arrest you.
Hooray! Now, just a minute. What are you talking about?
You made a U-turn, and as a law-abiding citizen, it's my duty to call you on it. You're supposed to be setting examples for the rest of us.
That's right. Now, Gomer, just a minute. This little black and white baby here is a real emergency vehicle. Now, why don't you just stop trying to get even?
But you weren't on no emergency call.
Of course you weren't. Just a minute. Just a minute.
You made a mistake, deputy. Now write yourself out a ticket.
That's right. You've got to be kidding.
You hear that, folks? There are two sets of laws. One's for the police and one's for the ordinary citizen.
What's going on here? What's going on? All this boob here.
Boob? Well, that's an insult in the face of the public. There ought to be a number law that covers that.
You be still. We got to get back with the gasoline station.
You can't be insulting people in public like that. You're supposed to set an example.
That's what I said.
Now, what happened?
All nutsy here come running after me screaming, citizens arrest! Citizens arrest!
He made an illegal U-turn whilst he wasn't on no emergency.
Right. Oh, he's just sore. He's just sore because I gave him a ticket for the same thing. Well, yeah, but the thing is, see, I didn't one, but the
Hold
thing
it
is,
down. Hold it down. Barney, this thing's getting blown up way out of proportion. I think you better write yourself a ticket, and then we'll go in the courthouse and settle it in private.
You're kidding.
I'm just trying to save us both a lot of embarrassment.
You're kidding.
Well, you're going to make him write himself a ticket, or ain't you?
Barney, the more you fuss about it, the bigger it's getting.
Andy, make him give us that ticket.
Stay out of this, Gomer.
I made the arrest.
I'll get you to this, Gomer.
Barney, write out the ticket.
You're kidding.
Barney, please write out the ticket. Folks expect it now.
Okay. I'll write it out. You're darn right I'll write it out. I'll write it out, all right. You make a fool out of me because some boob.
Boo! He's calling me names again, Andy. You said he wasn't supposed to
Gomer,
do
please
that.
stay out of this. Write out the ticket, Barney. Write out the ticket. Gomer, stay out of this.
Okay, so you can see that when people refuse to obey the law, like submit to arrest, they resist arrest. You know, famous people, like a judge, what can happen? Whoa, boy, that kind of undermines the confidence in the whole judicial system or the whole legal system, doesn't it? See? So, what you want to do is, if you make a citizen's arrest, say like of a judge, and there's proof of it around, here's proof right here of arrest on 6/16/10.
Hi. Super. So what happened there?
Quick verdict.
So what did John say to him?
He arrested him.
He did. Okay. So what did the judge say about that?
He didn't acknowledge.
He didn't. So in other words, he resisted arrest.
I suppose, yeah.
Okay. So did the attorney do anything?
No.
Okay. How about the bailiff? Did she do anything?
No.
So no one did anything when John said that he was under arrest.
Right.
Okay.
It's proceeded.
Okay. Are you aware that not a couple months ago that John and I both were at a court hearing here in this very room, and John and I didn't stand up when he walked in for a different case, and he had absolutely no problem with that at all?
Yeah.
So would you say that would be discrimination against?
I suppose.
Yeah.
Okay, so what he's talking about there is I was ejected for refusing to stand up in this court case where the judge resisted arrest. Okay, but previously, John and I were in a court case, this one right here, where neither one of us stood up, and the judge had absolutely no problem with it. See? So what are we talking about here? We're talking about a law or a rule that's only applied arbitrarily. See? Why did they get all upset in Mayberry? Well, because they saw that the law was, there's two sets of laws. One set of law for the cops, one set of laws for everyone else. See? The law is set up as a two-edged sword. It's supposed to cut both ways. If you're breaking the law, well, then you're supposed to be punished. If the cops break the same law, then they're supposed to be punished. If you break the law, if the judge breaks the law, the same law, he's supposed to be punished. Okay? Now, what happens in the real world when the public finds out that the judge resists arrest?
Six. You wouldn't want a judge that resisted arrest to hear your case, would you?
Hell no.
A judge who refuses to obey the law shouldn't be allowed to keep his job, should he?
No.
Swift County Judge David Menace shouldn't be allowed to remain a judge after resisting arrest on June 16, 2010, should he?
Absolutely not.
That joker Judge David Menace shouldn't be allowed to get away with committing crimes from the bench, should he?
No.
All right. A judge shall respect and comply with the law and act at all times in a manner that promotes public confidence in the integrity and impartiality of the judiciary. Minnesota Code of Judicial Conduct. Canon 2. These crooked judges, what do we got to do about them?
Who are they to judge us?
Oh, yeah.
Who are they to judge us if,
So-
if they're not upholding the law in the first place?
Yep, they're crooked as the day is long, so you got a kangaroo court system, and right now we have a lawless county.
Right.
Okay, see? See how much confidence they have in Swift County about their judges? Boy, it undermines all sorts of people's confidence in it. And that's the reality of the situation. So, don't think that these statutes don't apply to two different sets, or don't think they don't apply to the cops, lawyers, and judges. The thing is, they do, but they just don't apply them to them. All right, they know they apply to them, but they just refuse to acknowledge that. See, because it's a rigged system. There's two sets of rules: one for the important people, one for the people who have money and power, and another set of rules for everyone else. See, if you're dumb enough to go along with this, then you deserve everything you're going to get. See? And that's the reality of the situation. But see, I refuse to go along with this. And what happens is, when you refuse to go along with it, well, then they try and run a smear campaign on you. And here's one that they tried to run on me for a judge resisting arrest. Okay? This is the March 14th, 2007 paper, West Central Tribune. It's a regional newspaper, and I made the front page for arresting a judge. Nemers defiant to the end gets 4 months. Okay, front page story. Okay, and it says how the court was mocked by me numerous times. Okay, now the important part is they were dumb enough to record the judge being arrested in the court case. And here's here's the rest of the article on page 2. It says, after Canada County Prosecutor Attorney Shane Baker wrapped up his closing arguments, Nemers attempted to arrest Judge Donald M. Spilseth for not having his court open at the time Nemers was arrested. Actually, he was being arrested for not having his court open before I was arrested, because I was being detained illegally. Okay? Because they're trying to interrogate me. See? If I'm being detained, they can't interrogate me. Alright? Or they're trying to interrogate me when they knew that I was under arrest. See? But they're trying to claim that I wasn't being detained at the time. That's actually what it was. Okay, so that's how they subvert the Miranda warnings. They misrepresent your detention, or your arrest, as detention, when they knew darn well I was under arrest. Okay? Baker objected as Nemers began reciting Spilseth's Miranda rights. Okay? How did he object? He said, the state refuses to pick up the charges. That's how he objected. Okay? Which means he acknowledged that Spilseth was under arrest at the time. Okay? He's a prisoner. He cannot sign any papers as a judge because now he is a prisoner. See? That's the reality of the situation. And again, when you have two different sets of laws, people get all upset about it. And like I said, you could see from the reaction of that woman there, she wasn't happy with that Menace resisted arrest. She was all upset about it. See? And she said, how can she expect to get justice in that county? Just like on Mayberry there. See? So the thing is, if you do these, follow their own rules, arrest them, and they resist arrest, it is a major weapon. See? Because I'm the only person in Minnesota who's ever got a judge arrested on the front page of the newspaper. I'll guarantee you can arrest as many judges as you want from tomorrow on, and you will never get on the front page of the newspaper arresting a judge. Why? Because I've used this newspaper as a weapon to beat them over the head over and over and over again. See? I will guarantee you this will destroy reputations, because it's ironclad proof. An supposedly neutral observer recorded this situation here. It's not my, lying newspaper. It's not anyone else saying it. It's supposedly this objective newspaper who's supposed to be the fourth pillar of government that's supposed to be watching out for you. See? They recorded the arrest. They recorded the resisting arrest. See? It's clear, precise, and unquestionable evidence that Spilseth, that crook, resisted arrest. So that's why, that they came busting in my house without a warrant, because this guy couldn't sign any papers. That's why he recused himself. See? So don't say that, that arresting a judge does not work, because it does work. See? This is the proof. That, and like I said, it shows, when you inform the public of what happened in the proper context, they get all upset too. See? They don't have this bull here where, they leave out these parts where Baker objected. Well, why didn't they say Baker said that the state refused to pick up the charges? See? Because then that would be an admission that the judge actually was under arrest, that the county attorney acknowledged that he was under arrest. And they can't have that. See? These newspapers are political whores that go along with the crooks. See? So just because, it appears like the laws aren't working for you, it doesn't mean they aren't going to work for you in the long run. In the short run, they're going to make you think that whatever you're doing doesn't work. But that's why they want you to, so then you'll quit. See, I haven't quit. This is 2007. Today's 2010. I'm still talking about this because this is still an effective weapon. Okay? So remember, arrest a judge. All you got to do is say, Judge, you're under arrest. Tell him why he's under arrest. For obstruction of justice. Boom. He's under arrest. There you go. Have a nice day.